Hello everyone, welcome to What a Card Wednesday. Thank you for joining me today for our double slide card tutorial. We are using the August issue 185 from Cardmaking and Papercraft. We will be making these double slider cards. Here they are closed and then open. Now the magazine did provide a template which I linked in my last 2 weeks ago video, and after I looked at it today I realized the measurements are awful small, so it would be a very small, almost like a tag. So we're going to use different measurements today, but at least you will have the template and what the base will look like. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take an 8.5 by 11 piece of white cardstock, or whatever color you'd like to use, and we are going to cut that down to 5.5 by 11, and then set this piece aside. Next, we'll take our white cardstock, put it with the 11 inches at the top going across the scoreboard, and we are going to score at 3.5, 7, and 10.5. Now that the scoring is all done, we're going to take our adhesive tape, and tape is best for this particular card, and we are going to take it and add it right below the last score line where the 1/2 inch is. And you don't want to go on or over the score line, just go as close to it as you can. And just tear that off, and it would look something like that. Now we will go ahead and score on all the lines that we made. Okay, now that we have all of the folds scored and burnished, we want to just make sure that it will fold the right way that we want. So we take the small end, fold that in. We're going to fold the other end in and close these, and then you can see if it aligns. So this looks good, so we can go forward. Sometimes this piece might be a little bit too long, so you might have to trim it, so keep that in mind. Sorry about my cat. He's kind of wanting outside, and I'm not going to let him. All right, the next thing we want to do is prepare our slider mechanism, and that will be on the last block. The center will be the front of the card, and this will be folded over, like the closure, okay? So what you want to do, I've drawn a little template here, is cut out maybe 1/8 of an inch going this way, and then 1 inch or 1/2 this way, and then 1/8 here. Just cut out a little block on both ends of this last block on our base. What I'm going to do is use this little piece that I had to make gift card slots, and I'm going to put this on here and cut it out in my die cut machine. You could also use a punch if you have a square punch. And I also know that there is a punch, I believe by Stampin' Up, that's called Modern Label Punch, and it will cut out the little notch in here as well. Wanted to show you using this die. I just added it with a little washi right here at the edge, and then it cut that little bit out. So we will be able to put our plastic here in between these, and it will maintain it there rather than it go all over. If you would just keep it straight, the plastic could move around a lot easier. Now, speaking of plastic, what we need is to use some packaging plastic. You can use a plastic bag. You could use a top-loading sheet protector or a cello bag. And what we need to do is take about a 13-inch piece by 1 1/4 wide, and this will become our slider mechanism. So this will get wrapped between the two holes that we created. So we're just gonna fold these over. There may be excess, so don't worry about that. It's better to have more than not enough. And once we see that it fits, what we're going to do is add some adhesive tape. And again, we'll use the, tape, not liquid glue. Add that to one side of the plastic. Make sure there's no extra glue hanging over or that the ends are sticky, because it will stop the mechanism from moving. Okay. Burnish that a little bit. And then we will take this off. Place it down, and then take the other part of our plastic. We will fold this over. Now you're going to do it to where it's not extremely tight, but that it will still move. So see, it still moves around the card. Okay. Now I have a lot of extra, so I'm just going to cut some off. And then we have our slider mechanism. So you see how it slides around just by me moving this. So it's a good thing we put our little stoppers there so it doesn't go all over the card. Okay, now we're going to set this aside and create the cards that go onto the mechanism. Okay, now for the mechanism, we are going to need 2 pieces at 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it'll look like this once you're done cutting. This is an 8 1/2 by 11 paper, 3 1/4 by 5 1/2, 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now the 2 pieces that we just cut will go on either side of the mechanism in the card base. So what you can do before we attach it to the base is decorate them. Now, when you decorate them, you want to use flat embellishments, if you use embellishments at all, because you don't want it to get bulky, because it won't then move easily through the mechanism. Okay? So be careful of that. Now, what I did, I was going to use white, and then I changed my mind. What I ended up doing was cutting some cardstock, decorative cardstock, and I used DCWV Nana's Kids with glitter, and I think this is a really old one, but it's definitely for the kitties. And so I really like this glitter star paper, and I thought it would be perfect. That way it could be for a boy or a girl. So I wanted to use some stamps, and this way I didn't have to stamp it out on white card, color them, cut them out, whatever. I could do it just on these pages. So I used the clear stamps that I just got at Hobby Lobby, which I have a haul that'll come out probably tomorrow or the day after this video does. And these were on sale from Stampabilities for $2.49, and it's the Oh Baby set. And I actually just love the saying, Oh Baby, eat, sleep, cuddle, repeat. That's super cute. So I really like this. I used that on this page. You have the Oh Baby, the safety pin, the little onesie, and the bib. And I think it's cute. I did it to where the star would be right over the heart. And then I use these Papercraft Pitter Patter acrylic stamps for the congratulations, and I stamped that here. I added a colored paper here. I wanted to mirror the green that was in this. And then I created some stars and did, you know, tone on tone. I like that. This way they can make another little statement if they want and sign their name to the card. So those are the two pieces that I will be using to adhere to the card base. Okay, before we attach these panels, we want to flip over the card base and use a circle punch or anything else that you might have that would do the same job. And we want to go to the bottom of the card. This is the center, the bottom. In the middle, we want to cut out a little notch because then they will be able to pull, you know, the slider card. So I use my ruler to find the center, put a little mark there. Just gonna do a little notch. That looks good. And I'm using my 1 1/4 EK Success Punch, if I didn't say that. Okay, with our card base facing us with the plastic on our left-hand side, we are going to tear off some more of our tape adhesive and put it close to the top here onto the plastic. And then removing the back piece. What we want to do then is take our bottom card piece and lay that face down. Because what's going to happen is this is going to be pulled, and at the same time then the top piece will go to the top. You'll see. Okay, so we'll take this piece, center it between the two panels and the top and bottom. And when we got that, take your plastic page, fold over, and push the tape down onto that card piece or panel. I wish I could keep saying the right terms. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Now that this is closed, I'm going to use my scissors to kind of keep it there. We're going to take another piece of tape adhesive and add it to the bottom. Again, close to the bottom. Remove the backing. Take the top panel. Try and leave that there. And we want to center this face down between this side and this panel and at the top and bottom, just like we just did. And then press down. Again, you can do burnish if you want. Okay. So now that those are done, let's just fold this over a moment and check it. So we would be pulling this, and it goes like that. Do you guys see that? All right. Now, what we want to do with this piece is this will be tucked underneath it, if you'll see. So let's lay this flat. This piece will lie flat on it, and then you tuck it up over it. And then you will glue it shut. Okay? So that's what you'll do. And then we'll talk about how we're going to decorate the top and maybe put a little thread or something here so that you can get a better hold on that. But let's go ahead and do that. I keep grabbing the... Okay. So again, we're going to take this little panel, fold it over the top of the decorative panel. And then fold that down. I would burnish it. I got a little crooked there, but it'll be all right. So let's try this. Yes, and it works. It moves very smoothly. For the decorations on the top of our card, I have cut out a 3 1/4 by 5 1/4 piece of decorative cardstock. I've used my punch again to punch another hole, not as big as or as deep as this one. What I actually did was put the paper here and then kind of drew some lines just to give me some guides, and then I used that to cut it out. So I'm going to adhere that down. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because I want to be able to have a little bit of wiggle room when I put it down, and using art glitter glue, it adheres pretty fast, so I just want that extra time. And you can always decorate the top of the card prior to putting it all together as well. So don't think you have to wait. You know, do the decorating and putting together how it fits you. Okay. Yeah. Now, I like that. See, and it matches the same colors as the front. I took this from the same decorative pad. Now, I actually went to my Cricut and cut out a silhouette of a pregnant woman. I thought that would be really cute, and I was actually going to use it in the green to match, but I've decided I like the white better. And then I thought about doing it in glitter, and I'm like, well, it's already got glitter, so I think I'm going to go with that. I kind of like it. So I'm going to put this down in the center. It has taken me all day to make this video, you guys. You don't know all the interruptions I've had. I'm lucky to even be getting this done. So this may not be the best card that I create because of all the distractions. So forgive me if it's not. I love the way that she's kind of standing on this little circle here. So I'm going to definitely take that advantage. That's cute. Okay, I'm going to push that down. Now for another piece, I thought it would be cute for it to say coming soon, and I'm going to try to do that with stickers. So I'm going to do that offline because I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or what, and so I'll be back with the final product there. So I got a great idea why I started to do this was I'm going to use my tools, you guys. I bought these a while ago, the American Crafts Thickers. They're alphabet alignment guides. Got those from Tuesday morning. There is one with just a straight, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So I got this circle on my finger. Okay, I've got it all loaded up there. I wanted to do it across the Bailey. Oh, I wonder if we should put that there. It looks suspicious. Okay, let's try the S. Okay, here we go. Okay, for the pull tab part, what I did was I used my tab punch and part of the striped cardstock, and I'm going to adhere that to the underside of the bottom panel. Oh, I wanted to do something first, yes. So I'm going to use my May Made It, and you can too, stamps. I recently got these. I was going to share this in another haul, which I haven't done yet. But these are great. They have all kinds of things when you're working on projects that you can use. Like this one says pool, so we're going to use that. Aha! I think that works. You know what, we could make it decorative, but I don't know that that's needed. All right, so let's add some glue. And let's see, we'll close this a little bit so we can kind of get it lined up. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so cute. It just kind of lines up with the line. Got some excess glue here, we'll wipe that away. Give it a burnish. Okay, so here we have it, our double slider card. Here's our little pull tab. And there it is. I think it looks kind of cute. Now, I hadn't planned on decorating the back, but of course you could if you wanted to. And so that is it, everyone, for today, and I'll see you next time.